Hello viewers, you are welcome back to my channel. To my returning subscribers, thanks for being part of us, and to those who are new to this channel, please do well to subscribe to this channel so that you can always get notified whenever I release any new video from time to time. In today's video, we are going to look at an important topic in mathematics, which is ordinary and standard forms of number. In your JAMB examination, you could be given a calculation question and you will end up getting an answer in ordinary form, and you are expected to place that answer in ordinary form. So in this video lesson, I'm going to teach you how you can convert ordinary forms of number to standard form and from standard form back to ordinary form. So we'll start this video lesson by looking at the definition of ordinary form and standard form. And by definition, ordinary form is simply the expanded version or the expanded form of a number such as 5,000, 0.025 and 625.73. These are all ordinary forms of number, and this is the common way in which we write numbers in mathematics. But the standard form is simply a condensed form or a reduced form of numbers, and in standard form, numbers are expressed in this format, and the format is a times 10 raised to the power of n. So the formula a times 10 to the power of n is important in converting numbers from ordinary form to standard form, and this is the format in which we must write numbers in standard form. And what does a stands for? A stands for a number for any number between 1 to 9. So a must be a number either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9. And n here stands for the power. So n is the power. And we'll look at this in more details later. So friends, in converting numbers from ordinary form to standard form, that number in standard form must be expressed as a times 10 to the power n, where we say that a is a number between 1 to 9 and n is a power. But how do we get that power when we are given the ordinary forms of number? So n is the power, and n is determined by the number of times we move our decimal point. So if I move my decimal point 3 times, my n is said to be 3. If I move my decimal point 5 times, n is said to be 5. And also, n is determined by where you are moving this point from and to. So if I move my decimal point from left to right, n is said to be negative. So in this case, n will be negative. While if I move my decimal point from right to left, n is said to be positive. So in this case, n is said to be positive. So let's apply these principles in solving this question. So in question 1, we have 6,000. So we have the number as 6,000. And in mathematics, there's an invisible decimal point on this edge. So in converting this to standard form, remember, we are going to express it in this format, a times 10 raised to the power n. And a must be a number between 1 and 9. 6,000 is not between 1 and 9. So I'll move my decimal point once. If I bring my decimal point here, I have 600 for my decimal point, and 600 is not still between 1 and 9. So I'll move my decimal point again. When I move it, I have 60 before decimal point, and 60 is not a number between 1 to 9. So I'll move my decimal point third time. When I move it third time, I now have the number which is 6. And 6 is a number between 1 to 9. So I can write that as 6 times 10. Remember, our n is determined by the number of times we move the decimal point. And in this case, we move our decimal point 3 times. 1, 2, 3 to get a number between 1 and 9. And also, we move this decimal point from right to the left. And because we move from right to the left, we set to have a positive 3. So we'll just write it as 3. So in the standard form, 6,000 is expressed as 6 times 10 raised to the power of 3. So in our second question, we have 0.0625. In this question, the first number before the decimal point is 0, and 0 is not a number between 1 to 9. So we are going to move this decimal point. So when I move the decimal point to this location, 0 and 0, none of them is between 1 to 9. So I move my decimal point again the second time. In moving the second time, I have a number before my decimal point, which is 6. In this case, 6 is a number between 1 to 9. So I can write that 6 point, the other number for it, 6.25 times 10 raised to the power of n. And n here is number 1, the number of times we move our decimal point. We move our decimal point 2 times. And second, we move this decimal point from left to right. And when you move your decimal point from left to right, your n becomes negative. So this will be a minus 2. Question 3, we have a number which is 6.25. Now when we look at this number, the number before our decimal point is 6. And 6 is a number between 1 to 9. So it means we are not going to move this decimal point, because we already have a number between 1 to 9, which is 6. So write as 6.25 times 10 raised to the power of n. And in this case, we didn't move our decimal point. We didn't move it once, neither twice, thrice, or whatever. We didn't move it. Since we didn't move it, our power becomes raised to the power 0, because we did not move our decimal point. In this additional questions, we are going to convert this number from ordinary form to standard form. Recall, a is a number between 1 to 9, and n is determined by the number of times you move your decimal point, and from where you moved it and to where we are moving that point to. So in this case, 0 is not a number between 1 to 9. So I'm going to move this decimal point to the right. So I'll move it 1 time. When I move it once, I have a number 2, which is between 1 to 9. So my decimal point is now at this location. So this becomes 2.5 times 10 raised to, because I move my point from left to right, it will be a minus, and I moved it just once, so it will be a minus 1. In our 5th question, we have 300,000. And recall, like we said, when you are given a number and there's no point being shown on that number, just know that there's a decimal point at the end. So we have a decimal point here. So I move my decimal point once. When I move it once, I have 30,000. 30,000 is not between 1 and 9. So I'll keep moving 2, 3, 4, and then 5. When I move it the 5th time, I have 3, which is a number between 1 to 9. So I write it as 3 times 10. Because I move from right to left, it will be a positive power. And secondly, I move 5 times, so this will be raised to the power of 5. So in standard form, 300,000 is something as 3 times 10 raised to the power of 5. So we have some practice questions on the board, and you have to convert these numbers to standard form. So solve these questions and drop your answers in the comment section of this video. So viewers, I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned something from this video. Don't forget to like this video. Also, do it to drop your questions and suggestions in the comment section of this video. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, don't forget to subscribe to this channel just beneath this video, so that you always get notified whenever I release a new video. Till I see you in my next video, do have a wonderful time.